Well, hello everybody, this is DearMamaSal. Tuesday morning, 4 degrees in Canada, and that's 39 in the States. I actually would have said 40, but it's 39 apparently. And I didn't bring my coat. I did bring a raincoat, which I haven't put on for some reason. So, how are we all doing today? How are my peeps this morning? Well, I hope. As some of you may have seen, I took Laurie out for a meal of her choice yesterday, and she really did want to continue the Poutine challenge. So we went to the White Spot, which is a very Canadian type chain, and known best for its triple O sauce, triple O mayo on burgers. And it is I would say a middle of the road type restaurant. You know, it's sort of not low end, it's not high end at all. It's sort of a really nice family restaurant would be the right word for it. It's a nice family restaurant, and with a bar. And so there goes the thing. So it was really an interesting evening, because it had been Yvonne that had said to us that we really should try the poutine at White Spot. So we put it on our list of things to go do. It's Laurie's birthday this week, tomorrow I guess. And so we're busy just preparing for that. She's going to be out to dinner both tonight and tomorrow night, which is why I took her out to dinner last night. So she's going to have dinner out 3 nights in a row, which will be fun. But it was nice to actually go out and have a meal as opposed to have to cook it. But it's amazing how much it costs to go out to dinner. I mean, we didn't have any alcohol, and we literally, as you saw, had very basic meals. Very basic. You know, you weren't having rib steaks or anything, you know. It was just literally, strip loins, I mean. You know, it was sort of really very, I think Laurie had a burger and I had chicken strips. And don't get me wrong, I don't regret the meal or the cost of it at all. It was just amazing. I'm trying to think what we had to drink. I think Laurie had a diet drink, and so did I, and I think that was it. But amazing how much that cost today. So you can sort of understand why people don't go out to eat very much these days. Especially, you know, families on a limited budget, or anyway, I thought it was really interesting that it would have gone within that price range. Let's put it that. I wonder what it's like where you are. Whether it is just a Canadian thing, or has eating out become more expensive everywhere. It'd be interesting to hear what people's feedback is. It's... I know the cost of living in Canada is high, but is it that much higher than where you live, I wonder? So, give me an idea of what it would cost to have that sort of basic meal and a couple of sodas, I think you call them, across the line, on your side of the border. And it'll be interesting for me to get a comparison there. And whether you find that eating out is, even basic eating out is getting pretty expensive. Let me have your views. It's a pretty day here, I've got to tell you something. Even though it looks like it should be spring, you know what I mean? The weather, if you look outside, looks like it should be spring, which is where I got fooled today. And the temperature isn't quite spring yet. I don't think 3 degrees, which is what we're at now, is quite spring. And any minute now I'm going to regret not bringing a heavier coat. Never did find my other coat, by the way. I've busy been asking people, you know, I even asked Benji and Judy to have a look around their house to see if they've got a strange purple coat in their house that they didn't have before. Obviously I've dropped it somewhere or left it somewhere. Oh well. I only hope that whoever's got it needed it more than I did. How's that? That would be a good thing, right? I noticed that with a couple of days without rain, the river that I've just crossed is beginning to recede. You remember that in a couple of days they were going, whoa, that's pretty high. I had some fears about whether it was going to overflow the bridge. But I think it's beginning to recede because we've had a few days without rain. Oh, I see sun. Oh, sun. Such a nice thing, the sun. I was talking about the fact that I had spent so many years in the sun, and that's why I didn't deserve to have a nice skin, you know, when I was doing that foundation thing. But I really must admit, I do enjoy the sun. And I also am, you know, my body was, I don't know if it still is, but it was used to really, you know, high temperatures. And so people would you know, be really complaining about, you know, 80 degrees, your side of the line, 80 degrees, and I'd be going, no, this is just beginning to warm up. This is spring at 80. You know, you get into summer when it goes to 100, 110. That's summer. You see, everything's relative, right? And to think I could sit out in that. Seriously. Scary. And then it could be that temperature for Christmas. Wow, those were memories. Actually, I really must say that I do not regret any of it. I am so glad I traveled the way that I did, and I'm so glad I got to experience what I did. And you know, but we say time and time again, life is about memories, it's not about things. And I would not have the incredible memories I have today had I not done that. I thought I ought to just say a word, in case any of you think I'm heartless, which you know I'm not, that I am presuming, and maybe wrongly so, that none of you have been affected by the absolute vanishing of this aeroplane in Malaysia. And it suddenly struck me when I was putting on my makeup this morning, gosh, I haven't said anything about this flight. But you do know that if any of you have family members or friends of friends or whatever it may be, any connection whatsoever with the people that are on that flight, you know that my heart bleeds for you. I keep trying to work out how that is possible, how it's possible for an airplane just to disappear. No warning signs, no emergency beacons. And I was hearing today that some of the family members are phoning the cell phones of their family members on board, and they can hear the phones ringing. Oh, bless their hearts. I wonder if they also realize that after this many days the batteries would all be dead. And not only that, if that plane is in water, the chances of any phones working at all are zero. As you probably well know, if you've accidentally got your cell phone damp, never mind corroded in seawater. So it really is more a case of the land, the connection automatically, whatever the provider is, that it automatically starts ringing, unquote, from this end rather than actually physically ringing at the phone end. And I guess the family members don't understand that, and maybe don't even want to understand that. They'd rather believe. If you can hear that knocking noise, it's my coffee cup mug. I always think it's so good to bring your own cup of coffee from home. Because it's got all the right things in it. So I always bring one cup with me, with my caramel sauce on top. So I am well aware that the meal I had yesterday had nothing to do with losing weight. It had everything to do with celebration of a birthday. Oh, that poutine was good. So if any of you are if any of you are getting close to even thinking about trying it, I know at least, I think it's Serenity that wrote and said, okay, she's had enough hearing about it. She's now going to make it for herself. And I thought that was really clever. Just on principle, she's gonna go and Google it, find out how to do it, and make her own. And I really must admit that I chuckled at that. Now, I'm not sure about your side of the line, but on this side of the line you can actually buy pre-made poutine gravy, and you can buy cheese curds. Now I hear from the restaurant we were in last night, the White Spot, that there's only one real supplier of cheese curds to the restaurant industry, and so everybody's sort of caught up in the same price range. I think that was the other thing that we've been very interested in, is the price point of poutine. Okay, seriously. I've got a Honda in front of me that is doing 40 kilometers an hour in rush hour. Oh, what a pity they had to turn right. Thank you. You know. So, just like, hello. Just obviously not very concerned about life at all. Okay, and here we have a lady who's decided that walking in the road is better than walking on the pavement. Ma'am, I don't drive on the pavement. The road's for cars, the pavement's for people. I can tell it's going to be one of those days, right? Unless I change my attitude. Right. Yes. Could I do that? I guess I could. Yeah. So, it's really sort of what I call a beautiful day to be alive. I slept really well, which is unusual for me. You know, I'm of an age where I wake up every couple of hours normally during the night, and I think I had one stretch last night where I slept for 3.5 hours, which is great. So I was very grateful for that, and some of you probably know have that problem as well. So I'm sort of feeling quite rested today, which is good. I probably yawn now on principle. It's the sort of thing that happens, you know. So, hoping everybody has a good day, and I'm going to. I don't think I even have a thought for the day today. How's that? Wow. Huh. Well, except that I hope you have a great day. I hope you make it a great day. And I hope that life treats you well, as they say. And that you have fun. And if you do, then it will be because you made it fun. And I would really wish that for you. This is DearMamaSal saying thank you so much for viewing. Here's a virtual hug for you. I know some of you are going to need that today. And also, a moment just to wish you all the best. I hope that life is lucky for you today. This is DearMamaSal saying thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.